What's up, guys? We're back. If this is your first time, welcome. To all of my adoring fans out there, welcome back. This is one of my two Carmens. Don't know if you can see it. Well, I guess you can. So here is my second Carmen. It was starting to flower, none of the fruit stuck, and then all the leaves kind of fell off, but new leaves came in. So all of this stuff here is like new growth. So my plan was to put these in the ground, but because I have a little bit of a bug issue down in the orchard area, I decided to kind of hold off, allow these guys to kind of leaf out a little bit more and allow the leaves to get a little bit more developed. And they are. So here it is. What's interesting about my Carmen is that they're both supposed to be Carmens, and this one right here, I'll show you a picture of it flowering, but it flowered like crazy. But my other Carmen, which is right here, didn't flower at all. So I don't know if you guys have any experience with that, if that's typical. If you have two, one flowers and one doesn't, I don't know. Maybe one's not a Carmen. I don't know for sure, but I mean they're both supposed to be. So well, anyways, my plan is to put these down in the orchard in a spot where it's going to be next to a B type, because these Carmens are A types, and I expect to have fruit because this is supposed to be one of those varieties that will fruit 2-3 times a year, even 4 times a year, according to some folks. So we will see. Here it is. I dug the hole, and this time I'm doing something a little different. I'm putting more gypsum inside of the hole. So essentially I went to the Home Depot, bought some of this yesterday, and of course I saw some big avocados there and was considering buying some, but threw the gypsum in the hole. I'm going to mix it in right now and we're going to get this thing planted. Okay, it's in. You can see it's kind of raised a little bit of a mound, maybe about 5 inches up. And then so this is all kind of native soil around it. I didn't put any mulch or compost or anything like that. So now I'm going to try to do a little gypsum on top of this. So let's give it a try. Okay, gypsum going on, and then at this point I'm going to do some mulch on top. Or actually, I'm probably going to do some steer manure and then mulch on top of that. All right, working to plant my Carmen, and look what I found. Oh, here's my finger. Thing's huge. Yuck. So the Carmen's officially in. I just got a mulch. This is what it looks like. I need to do a stake also, but I'm not going to do that today. Just running the line for irrigation right now, and I got to bury it. Doesn't really need to be buried, but I'm going to do it anyways to keep it cooler. And it's essentially next to my bacon, which is right there, which is flowering like crazy. So you can see that. And so why am I putting Carmen right here? Well, the Carmen's an A type, bacon's a B type, so having them like right next to each other makes sense to me. And I'm glad it's finally in. It's been a while. I'll show some footage of it when I actually got it earlier last year, and my plan was to put it in the ground, but I just got busy, so didn't get a chance to do it, but it's finally in. So this Carmen is my bigger Carmen, and I have another one which I'm planning on putting into the ground also, probably next weekend when I get to it. So the other one is a little smaller, but essentially they're both kind of like 5-gallon avocados that I got last year. What I should have done was just made some time and actually put it into the ground as soon as possible, because it would have really allowed this guy to take off and kind of be probably better off, bigger in size than it is right now. When I pulled it out of the pot, you can definitely see the root ball was kind of circling a little bit, so it was time, and I should have put it in the ground sooner, but better late than never, so it's finally in. Alright, so I got the water set up, and of course you always have to check your water, make sure it's going, so everything works, so we're good to go. The only thing I got to do now, I'm tired, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to it, but I need to do the mulch. So I got a lot of mulch in the back. It's eucalyptus clippings essentially. So I just gotta go grab a couple buckets and then fill up this area, and then we'll be good to go. So why did I get a Carmen? And some of you guys are probably looking for a Carmen Hass also. The Carmen Hass is a variety that originated in Mexico, and the person who found it, his name was Carlos Mendez, and so Carlos noticed this Carmen. Well, back then it was called the Mendez type. Essentially, it was in the 80s when he noticed that this variety or this avocado was fruiting at different times of the year, which was odd because it was in a grove full of Hass, and he noticed it being a tree that, you know, for many years kind of flowered off times of the year. So they used to call it the loca, which is kind of, loca is crazy or loco. So, and he just kind of monitored it, and then decided to kind of take some of the budwood and graft it, and then started propagating it, and it's starting to become pretty popular in Mexico. So in the US, looks like Brokaw kind of set up a deal with Carlos Mendez, and then I think they changed the name to Carmen, which is kind of like his first and last name kind of merged together. So now it's called the Carmen Hass. And you know, this is one of those varieties that, you know, if it does, at least for me, I'm in Southern California, if it does fruit multiple times of the year, I think that would be great. So you can have supplemental fruit throughout the year. The fruit that kind of grows at the same time as Hass supposedly is more pear-shaped, and the fruit that's off-season is supposed to be more kind of like oval. So it's a A-type, and I have it, of course, next to my B-type bacon over there. So excited to finally get it into the ground. If you guys have a Carmen and you are excited that it's growing also, good for you. And if you guys are out there who are looking for Carmens, they're out there, you can find them. Brokaw supposedly has them, and you know, they do sell them to different nurseries, and Louis' nursery has Carmen Hass. Don't know who the grower is. I can't tell you who I got this one from, but essentially it was a grower or nursery in Southern California that I kind of contacted through different means, I guess. But he had all sorts of other varieties. I ended up buying like 4 different avocados off of him. 2 Carmen, 1 Nabal, and 1 Lamb Hass. So I bought 4 for $100. So that was I thought that was a pretty good deal. They were like 5-gallon. So here it is. It's in the ground, and follow along. If you guys are doing it, get yourself a Carmen, or doesn't even matter if it's a Carmen. Get yourself an avocado, any type of avocado, and get it in the ground. So the next thing that I got to do is I need to do some whitewashing. You can tell that the branches are a little bit exposed, so we'll have to do that. Now, something I noticed also right now is that, let's see if I can get it on the buds, but it looks like buds are forming right now on this Carmen. So excited, because if the buds start forming and it starts flowering right next to my bacon, which is already flowering. Hopefully the flower continues on the bacon. This is going to be great because it's going to be a good opportunity for both of these guys to kind of cross-pollinate each other, and potentially giving us a lot of avocados in this section here. So that's kind of what we're doing. If you guys are new, consider subscribing. Let's join the team and be a part of this journey. And if you guys are on your own journey and you're following along and you've already subscribed, great, thank you. And hopefully you guys have a good weekend. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya.